Okay, enough with the dramatic intro, let's get right into it.
Hi, my name is Fatin Amani binti Yahya, and today we will be discussing on English words that were borrowed from Malay language. So, English is the first language for many countries around the world and also is an international language, while Malay is an Austronesian language spoken in Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, parts of Thailand, and southern Philippines, regulating its own number variety of Malay. So, the Malay language that we will be focusing on today is here, Malaysian's Malay language. But before that, what really is borrowing? So, one of the most common sources of new words in English is the process of simply labeled borrowing. That is, taking over of words from other languages. Throughout history, English has adopted a vast number of words from other languages, including from Malay language. The phenomenon means that English took words from Malay into the language English and used it in their daily communication or in any usage. There are two types of borrowing, which are loanwords and loan translation. But in this phenomenon, most of the words are true loanwords. Loanword has been defined as a word that at some point in the history of language entered its lexicon as a result of borrowing, or transfer, or copying. Described in an article Lexical Borrowing Concepts and Issues by Martin Hebsmanger, December 2009. So I really think that this is a very unique and interesting phenomenon because most of English words had been borrowed from various countries and cultures that usually are geographically, we can say that it is close to English-speaking countries or related in such ways. But these two languages, Malay and English, come in contact through colonialism. And this phenomenon proved that any language can influence each other regardless the power dynamic. So, why is this phenomenon occurs? Firstly, like I said before, when languages come into contact, they are very likely to influence each other. This is the case in English. Language in contact may influence one another in various ways. The reason my national language has such influence worldwide is due to the importance of Malacca as an international trading port back in the day. People from many trading civilizations intermingled here, coming from as far as China, India, and the Middle East. Malaysia, or used to be called Tanah Melayu, was colonized by British between the 18th to 20th centuries. This left an impact to both languages after being influenced with each other. Among the Malay words that are borrowed into English, the Malay word amuk is arguably the most popular example, in which the phenomenon of a murderous blood rage is so unique that only the original Malay word can do justice to it. Hence, when someone runs amok, he is said to be in an out-of-control frenzy of violence or killing. It can be seen used in newspapers and articles by the English speakers. Other words that were origin from Malay language are lounge and compound. The English word lounge is actually borrowed from Portuguese lancha, which means barge. The Portuguese in return had borrowed it from Malay word lanchar, which means pretty much what it means today, gliding smoothly without effort, which is what everyone hopes a boat would do. The word compound originates from the 1670s, derived from the Dutch word kampong. This is very clearly derived from the Malay word kampong, meaning village or groups of buildings.
All right, thanks everyone for coming out here and checking out my tiny house compound. Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Not only those three, there is a lot of English words that actually were origin from Malay language if you want to look for it. I come up with two effects and implications from this phenomenon. The first one is the phenomenon proof that language is constantly evolving. Language is always changing. We've seen the language changes across space and across social groups. Language also varies across time, generation by generation, pronunciations evolve, new words are borrowed or invented, the meaning of old word trails, and morphology develops or decays. David Crystal once said, language changes and moves in a different direction, evolving all the time. Where a lot of people see deterioration, I see expressive development. The second one is the phenomenon allows the addition of more color into English language. The English language is already beautiful because it has so many languages combined into it. German, Norse, French, and Latin are just a few. English is beautiful because so many people speak it, either it is a first, second, or third language. English is a global language that connects people from all over the world. English is also beautiful because it has so many words as it got influenced by other languages. It is a language you can really express yourself in because it's open to borrowing other words from other languages that English do not have.